Hello and welcome, Lynx here, and after a little introduction to the characters in the last episode, after getting to know the main character as well and so on, we are progressing. Let's see what it is about even further beyond today. While I haven't been to many parties in my life, it doesn't take a socialite to tell you that this is one of the worst that has ever been thrown. When Isaiah said that there was a dinner being held in honor of the aspirants, I didn't have high hopes for it. I have no memory of such a thing being shown, so I assumed it would be a small, unassuming event. What I had assumed was that it was an event for just the aspirants alone, and that the only highlight of the night was going to be a speech at the end of it by the head game master. So here I am, with a plate of some flavorless fish with a spice sauce that is overcompensating, watching a swarm of teenage girls stand around and make awkward small talk. Assuming they decide to talk at all, considering we're all going to kill the others in the next couple weeks. Awkward small talk is probably a miracle. Getting attached to the others is a weakness that can be exploited. Mind you, I'm the protagonist of this particular story and loaded full of more life experiences, skills and talents, so I'm far less concerned than they are. Maybe I should go out there and socialize a bit. I still need to make sure that I have at least a few allies so I don't get ganged up on. It'll be just standing around with nothing to do but watch this sad mess of a dinner party. Lyrel, Sienna, Isaiah and Wukra. Okay, so Lyrel is our girl, Sienna is the one that we talked now, Isaiah is the blue hair, and Wukra is the big chest. Too bad that there is no option with Lyrel's sister. I kinda would like to talk with her. Let's go with first. Sienna is interesting, to be honest. You know what? If we're going to have a terrible time at the party, why not go with the strangest person in the room and the one who has openly rejected my advances? There is bound to be some kind of amusement there. As I woke up, I realized that neither of them are talking to the other. They're just staring at each other, waiting for the other to blink first. I better get in there before they decide to start the bloodshed early. My money would be on Lyrel, but I can't afford to underestimate anyone here. Is everything alright? Not at all. No. Do I need to call security to break you two up? There is no fighting before the event starts. There is more than just fighting with weapons like barbarian. Indeed. Sienna is a mighty foe. You will fall first, Lyrel Hackerman. Your eyes are too heavy to succeed, Sienna Riviana. Wait. Are you two seriously having a blinking contest? Sienna, I'm not sure I can physically blink unconsciously, it's a little disturbing, yes. I believe I must concede this contest. Sorrow. I wanted to see how much further you could go. There is no point wasting energy and time in a game that has no odds of success. You never know how it will turn out, I do. Your additional information has tipped the odds past the point of reasonable success. She does a little dismissive flip of her hair and adjusts her glasses. Okay, are you two really so bored here that you are having staring contests? This is the first banquet I have ever gone to in either life. It has set the bar of enjoyment subterranean, far beneath the bedrock. Is this your first as well, Sienna? The first I went to that I was invited to be at. Do you mind if I ask you something a bit personal? Yes. Well, that was a much harder shutdown than I was expecting. I just asked anyway and accepted being rude. So much for a simple escape. What? For someone who grew up on the streets, you've never struck me as someone barely surviving. You've got a soul build for someone who has had to survive on the rare scrap food. You seem well learned for someone without education, and you don't smell like refuse. Yeah, not quite the truth, but yeah. Is there something wrong with that comparison? Most people don't like when you compare their smell to garbage. But I said she doesn't. It's fine. If anything, it is refreshing to find someone speaking honestly but without the barbs and hatred that are normally part of it. Her pale green eyes seem to glaze over as Sienna scans across the girls in the room. What she sees I can't fathom.
Everyone who sits on their golden thrones think that they deserve what they have. They think that it is God's will that they have been successful, that their hard work has paid off. But there is only so much wealth in the world to go around, so much land, so much knowledge that had been discovered.
No, that is not a finite resource.
Indeed, but it is one that people guard with zeal when they believe that they have found that which others treasure. One can make the broken argument that they deserve the physical wealth they have, but why would you protect that which is infinite, if not to control others? Even now, look around you. They force us to fight each other when we are far stronger than them united. We willingly accept being their cattle because we only care for what we have, no matter how little. And we'll steal from the others, take their little scraps of life. We'll kill while trying our hardest to cling to what we have. I loathe it. It disgusts me to my very core, but it makes me the greatest hypocrite of all. But I don't care. I'll burn down every single thing in my way to take it all back for them.
Them?
Oh, you're a thief. You aren't frail and refuse spending because you have stolen enough money to pay for food and decent lodging.
Ah, that would also explain why she thinks she's going to win this. I bet you every book I have back home she's a sharp hand with a dagger and stealth. Are you a part of a thieves guild as well? I'm still not giving up on you as an ally and having a friend with contacts in the underworld.
I'm not some common thief. Oh, you're an uncommon thief. Do thieves have different rarity and value levels, Aku? No, I'm saying I'm not a thief at all.
Oh yeah, you're totally a thief. Now we're trying to steal the crown. But near of us are judging you for that. The opposite actually. I'm fire and shadow mage in a world just coming to terms. There are other types of magic and she's...
unique.
Very. You seem to have good intentions even if we are forced into a terrible situation. I'm serious that I would like to have you as our ally, even if it's only for a short time.
Not afraid I might steal your food or split your throats in your sleep? It would be a regrettable choice for you if you choose so.
What it all means is that we don't think you're a type who would break her word if she gave it. It's obvious you've given it to someone else to get home and to hold the deer.
You'll be fine with that, eh? For the fleeting moments before darkness takes us all.
Yep.
As long as there's not an eldritch abomination devouring the stars, making everything dark. I'll think about it. There might be some plans deep in the recesses of my mind where your usefulness outweighs your inevitable betrayal.
That's all we can ask for. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see Chief walking up to the podium. He must be getting ready to give his speech. Looks like we're going to have to wrap this up.
Indeed, I wish to take these mini sandwiches with me.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you all are as excited as I am for another exciting round to see which of you before me today will reroll of our great and glorious empire.
Now that I think about it, they say that it happens every 5 years, right? I wonder what they do with the previous rulers. Are they being eliminated? That will be interesting. Or maybe they have to participate as well. That'd be interesting. Crickets are all that I can hear in the room. A few girls look like they want to cheer, but the atmosphere is keeping them down. It's clear from the excited look of expression on his face that silence was not the response he anticipated.
Tough crowd, tough crowd. Not that I blame you all for not showing enthusiasm. What you all are about to embark upon is a journey fraught with peril. For those who have not had the pleasure of meeting the head game master, for simplicity you may call me Chief. I look forward to helping make this a truly epic journey. Now I bet many of you have heard of the Game Masters control the election process, but I'm going to take a moment to explain for those of you who have not. The most simple answer is that I'm the one who makes the rules of what you all must do by the power invested in me by an Imperial Ruling Council. In short, my word is your law. I'm also the one who decides what game we're playing. A lot of years, boring and stuffy heads have elected for a simple arena where you all fight to death and the survivor is our queen.
The game, how I expected it.
The problem is that being able to kill several dozen girls does not exactly make you queen material, it just makes you barbaric. Other heads have elected to add fun and mind-bending games to the whole death and slaughter. Only the Spartans get to be the queen. A fair compromise, but does that really make a good ruler? No. On my way here, I met a remarkable young woman who gave me the answer to the conundrum that has plagued me. How does a young girl effectively rule such a large, diverse empire?
He means me. What did I throw off to my predicted story? What twist of pain now awaits me because I sussed the book?
And today, many of you have never stepped foot outside your homelands. It does not matter how brutal you are or how cunning, you are limited by your life experiences. So, after some talking with the ruling council, we have elected to make some very drastic changes to the games this year. Ahem. Drum rolls, please. Come on, girls, please. Fine. This year, there will not be just a single winner. No. No single person can rule such an expensive land, so there will be 7 possible winners.
Huh? Oh.
Yes, not only will your life be in the palm of your hands, but 6 other girls as well. You will learn how to be a team player this year instead of a single destructive piece. Now, I know some of you would rather rule alone. If you eliminate your team and somehow manage to survive against the numerical superiority of others, you can rule as such. The games will not be any less dangerous. At the end of this, there will only be at most 7 of you left alive. I expect the only way to see the final round is to survive together. Out in the main courtyard is a series of boards with your different teams posted. Most of you have probably already met your fellows when you got here. You have the rest of the night to get to know your fellow future rulers. By morning you will be asked to submit who will be your spokeswoman and team leader. Before you all get upset, you will rule in the end equally, so it is only for the game.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, one more time. Lirael, sister. Asa. Sienna. Big boobs. Wait, I think we need one more. We have to meet one more person. Unless I'm mistaken.
Anything that does not give an anonymous vote for the leader in the morning will be summarily executed.
There gets a loud chorus of murmuring from the girls. Anonymous or dead, they want to start off with a clear show of force.
And so big is the first official event of the 63rd Queen's Game. Good fortunes to all, and I hope to be able to see all of your shining, alive faces at the announcement of the first game tomorrow afternoon. And go!
I drop my plate off with the nearest servant and follow the stream of girls heading out in the courtyard. My gut tells me that I already know my team, but why would he do this? Why make such a large change to the story? It's because I was so confident I could find a way to get myself through the unharmed. Did I upset him so much that he decided to lay the burden of 6 other people's lives on my shoulder? The other people are nothing more than illusions. Magical figments made up by the book. Except for the real, they aren't real people. At least that's what I'm going to have to keep telling myself to not lose my focus on the main objective. Literal, I can get her home, but watching out for her now has me less focused on myself. Which could end up with either of us getting home. Damn him! His path out of the room takes him right past me. Chief doesn't stop to chat, but whispers faintly so only I can hear as he passes.
You win, you live, and their story. No, their existence doesn't end abruptly in the discarded storybook world. Good luck, Aku.
I want to ask more, but he fades quickly in the crowd and is lost to sight. Does he mean that? Will they keep existing if I win? That bastard really is putting their lives on my back to try and break me. But I have a chance to ponder how I'm going to get my revenge. He has turned around and he's heading back to the podium with a wig grin in his face.
Wait, nobody leaves quite yet. I'm so sorry, but so very sorry. I forgot there was an adjustment to the adjustment. Whoa, how could I have been so foolish?
He's freaking with me. He's literally just freaking with me to prove that he's in complete control of the situation. That rat bastard saw my moment of confidence and decided to break it into 1,000 pieces.
Right. Remember when I said the teams were already pre-arranged and that the first event was picking a leader? Yeah, sorry, not happening that way. First big rule change is that the teams are going to be limited to 5 people. 7 is just weird. I should have realized that from the start. Second, there will be 20 teams total. Now I know what you're thinking. 5 people in 20 teams, that's far more than people here than that. We picked 20 of you at random to be the team captains tomorrow. Those 20 will listen to all of you, pitch yourself to them in a 2 to 3 minute audition on why you should be a part of the team. And it better be some good pitches because they'll then proceed to have a draft for the 4 remaining positions on their team. If you're picked, good luck bonding with your sisters and possible future co-rulers. If you aren't, well, I wish you all better luck in the next life. Yeah, there it is. So the letters are posted in the halls. If you're not on the list, I suggest you spend the rest of the night thinking long and hard on how you're going to pitch yourself. And for the leader, I suggest you think about if you are going to try and invite your friends or invite people who will keep you alive. You all have 10 minutes to check the list and go back to your rooms before curfew. Any caught out of their rooms will be punished harshly. With that, I bid you all a good night. For real, best day.
I'm going to kill that smug bastard before this is all over. That book is going to pay. I followed the stream of girls out in the hall to see the list. A tall girl with blonde hair with a deep voice calls out the names for us. As if there was an in-depth literal and I are both team leaders. A good way to keep us apart and working against each other. Damn it all! Wins in the crown. I mean, you say that, but we could still cooperate as leaders. Just eliminate the people in our own team at the end. That sounds terrible, I know, but you know. Just saying. Despite what's arguably the most elegant and gaudy room I have ever had the pleasure to sleep in, I cannot find myself able to relax or to rest or even relax. When I woke up this morning, I was planning on doing nothing more than read some books. Now I'm in some sort of elaborate death game where things are rigged against me and lives are in my hands. If they even are. Is this nothing more than an illusion where my death only leads me to waking up from the story, or am I in an entirely different universe that I was summoned into? In situation A, which is what I was so positive, I was in at the start of this day. The worst that was going to happen was my considerable pride was in danger. The more I think the more I find myself thinking about situation B. Lera's life. Now all the girls' lives are in my hands. I'm going to be killing people whose only crime was to be born unlucky. I don't know if I will even get to return to the mountain or Celeste if I win this. Where did all my confidence from earlier go? Have you tried checking your pocket? Huh? Oh, little. Wait, what are you doing here? You're going to get in trouble. I'm already in trouble. Both of us are. And where is making it worse to get you? Into your room. That's where we currently are. I know that. Oh. Do you mind if I sit down? I've been standing all day on my feet, are sorry. Real, you literally lived inside my head. My bed is your bed. Oh, but I am not right now. That, it doesn't change. Yes, you can sit down. Dun. Dun. This is remarkably soft. Yeah. And fluffy. Yeah. My bed is not really as soft. I think they must use a different type of blanket. I think this is down. Probably. What do you think about home? I'm thinking about how I'm going to get you home. Oh. Yeah. You're scared. My instinct is to mentally lash out at her and deny the accusation, but I just don't have the fight left in me after everything. Yeah. I'm scared too. There is nothing to be scared of right now. I'm going to get you home. Dude, you're scared too. How can you say that? Whatever. Aku. Don't say it. Don't say that you're the one who is going to get me home. Oh. I need to be strong. I need my strength, courage, and bravado if I'm going to be able to keep my head in the right headspace for what is to come. To do that, I need a clear and defined objective. That's how I've always overcome any hardships. When things are bad, I can just say this is my objective. I formulate a plan and I know that plan will succeed because I'm the one that thought it up. But now I'm playing a game where my opponent controls all the rules and has shown that he has no problem changing them to hurt me directly. Chief is going to do what he can to make me lose. If you knew what was good for you. Aku, do you think we are friends? Where'd that come from? Please answer my question, are we friends? Before that fight with the golem that almost ended your life and made us become a grey mage, you acted like I was nothing more than a creepy stalker. Because you were a stalker and there's no questioning that you are a little creepy at times. You just burst into my life one day, said that you were my pair, and then followed me around like some shadowy hound.
You literally baited me into chasing you and then pinned me against the wall the first time we met. You said something about a silver thread and failing at your base function. It was really creepy at that time. Most of what you said was extraordinarily creepy. How many times did you offer to allow yourself to be dissected and have your heart put into me? Many times. I'm still amazed nobody found out and had you arrested or worse. You could have. Yeah, I could have. I don't know, Little. I never really thought about it before now. Since the day you barged in my life, you've always just been there. Do you want my answer? Don't worry. Telling me you've always hated me won't break my heart any further today. Hey? Bleh! Huh? Bleh! What are you doing? Trying to make you smile. Is it working? I'm not precisely what it is doing, but it's definitely eliciting emotions that aren't hopelessness. Big. There, you crazy mad woman. Why are you making weird noises and faces? To make you smile. I know that. I'm trying to figure out why you would think of that would cheer me up. Because it has, at least a tiny bit. Fair enough, fair enough. Aku, I never asked myself if we were friends before because I knew that we were. Because of the silver string of fate that binds us. No. That's what I've... No, not only that. I could tell that you were a good person, conceited, only determined, but someone that would be fun to hang around. I just knew that we were going to be friends, even if there were dark times. Makes sense. It's why I was happy to become a grey mage with you, to be inside of you. Why does she always have to ruin the moment by bringing it up? No, not anymore. Knowing I'm your friend is about the only reason I can keep calm after all this. Do you really miss being nothing more than the voice and the magic source? I had a purpose. Now I do not know what my purpose is, but my comforting you and helping you live is so important to me. Brrr. Stop that. But I'm almost through the alphabet. Stop that. Brrr. You already used E. Just make sure you're paying attention to me. How is that almost through the alphabet? You're at E. What? Trust me, I am. Brrr. We're friends, Lolo. Oh, that's good. That's why I'm not going to stop trying to save you. And I know you're going to stop trying to save me. That's why I have a favor to ask. Brrr? Not that. It's Ahm-e. I know she's probably nothing more than an illusion and these memories are false, but... You want to take her on my team? In the possible situation where she can survive after this story, it is the least I owe her in this world. Very well, but only if you will do the same and protect Ufaye. Your adopted sister. It's an odd feeling I have when I think of her. I don't recognize it, but I like it. She reminds me of a cute puppy. I want her to live. Very well, I'll do everything I can to protect her. But if you succeed in saving me, that would doom her. That's right. If I fail in saving you, I basically would doom her. I don't ever fail, but Raleigh is very determined when it comes to things. She might be able to succeed at saving me. We'll have to judge in the moment what the right decision is. I don't like that. Proper planning. If something you can counter, we'll need to follow our hearts. I wonder if you still have mine. I like the tools to check. You're not carving me up to tell me if I still have your heart or if inserting it back into me is an option. Oh. Yeah, don't owe me. Literal stands up and starts heading to the door with a smile on her face. By the way, she's so tall. For sure. I still think you have my heart inside you, so I'll follow your lead tomorrow. I'll try not to disappoint you. No, there is no trying this situation. I won't fail her. I won't fail her. The situation is so bad that I can't even say that I'll succeed or die trying. Maybe some sleep will let me pull myself back together and seal myself for the blood that will need to be shed. Wind in the crown. Good morning, aspirants! There is barely a smattering of responses, and the annoyance about this that is plain to see. I refuse to give him a satisfaction. Say good morning to something that is going to kill you today anyway. I can't promise what the future holds, but I will never kill you all for saying good morning. You all ought to be excited. Do you know why? Come on, anyone! A girl with short black hair raised her hand at the end of the table. The only reason I had paid her in mind today was because of that black hair. Most girls here had pale colors or shades of red or brown. That girl and a mere handful of others had the more normal color of black. But if normal has become rare, that means that it is special. In a story like this, if a girl has a special colored hair, it means that she is potentially a main character, a rival to my plans of survival.
Because we're going to be working with us to win the game?
Excellent, Sabriel.
Sabriel, sounds exotic. Definitely a main character. She needs to go down as soon as possible.
Your choices today will not only determine your odds of success in the competition, but how your future government may be run. Political alliances, brilliant minds, or perhaps a fellow despot who will one day overthrow you. But that's only if. As a reminder to those that you do not pick will be executed by your actions, for it may be indirectly your first skills of this competition will be made today.
Bastard!
But let's get started with the show. Each girl will give you a couple of minute presentation. We'll be here all day. Even lunch will be delivered to keep the timeline flowing. At the end, you'll be given an hour to consider your choices. Then we'll go through a round-robin draft. The order has been determined at random with our little Aku going first.
Oh wow, look at how surprised I am.
Without further ado, send in the first contestant.
Hello?
Oh, it's going to be an interesting start.
Your first participant, ladies. You have 2 minutes to introduce yourself, your upsides, and explain why they should take you on.
They shouldn't.
Oh yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Okay, let's start with your name. Then you can explain some of your strengths and what you could bring to your leader's team.
Okay.
Interesting. He doesn't seem to be omnipotent about everything that goes in his story. Lest he know that starting with Vukra is just an invitation to trouble.
My name is Vukra Aku. I'm from the Isle of Lynx. My strengths are my complete and utter lack of strengths or redeeming qualities. I'm just bad at everything. You should pick me for your teams if you want to survive. Anything I do is just destined to fail. It all just comes crumbling apart.
Yeah, you must be good at something.
I guess I'm good at being awful.
Okay, that does count.
I still have a minute and a half to pitch something.
I'm not very good at throwing things.
That's the...
I want to throw a ball, eat a rock and bounce back in my face. That's pretty much how my life always goes.
You know your life literally depends on this, right?
Oh, I mean, I wasn't doing anything useful with it anyway.
The other girls at the table are snickering her and it's rather straining to not join them. She just looks so sad and pathetic, standing up there that it's hard to see anyone picking her. But there's something about her that I can't help but wonder if she's got untapped talents. Nobody can be as bad as she's trying to make herself out to be. Plus she's aggravating chief and that alone makes her a valuable person.
What?
Okay, just going to skip ahead of that section and I'm going to ask a couple of questions about you. Answer them honestly.
Very well.
Going to start with a softball question. Vukra, what is your favorite color?
Grey, the color of life.
Let's try again. What is your second favorite color?
Black, like the unending void I wish to become a part of.
Okay, third. Third's color is gonna be the charm.
Blue.
Blue. That's a good.
Like the unending sadness that consumes me.
I give up. Thank you, Vukra. You can go back to the holding area to wait the judgment you already have assumed is coming.
At least it will be quick.
Okay, I mean, she seems like a fun character. But the problem is, again, like, she might not have what it takes to survive in all of that.
Right. Sorry girls, I knew she was a bit of a downer and thought, hey, well, it's a good way to get them to realize the seriousness. Vukra will help them understand the gravity of the situation.
But, you know what? We might actually pick her to screw around with Chief. Yeah. He wouldn't see that coming.
And not realize that the gravity was that, so crashing apologies the next few are a bit more upbeat.
She seemed nice.
Right, moving on.
Oh yeah, similar personality.
Wind in the crown. Hiya! Good morning, everyone!
Here we go, some enthusiasm, some spunk.
Like totally!
Isaiah's warm and bubbly attitude is honestly a refreshing breath of air after the numerous shy scared girls who have barely been able to muster a good response to why we should take them on. But my gut tells me the same thing that it has sung since the moment I met her. She's dangerous, and no amount of sweet words or cheer tones are going to change that.
My name is Isaiah Sandolphine, but that last name is super long and complex, so I tell most people that I don't have a last name to make it easier. Make people smile, and life is one of my best talents. When things get dark, I can show you all that there is totally a light at the end of the tracks. But if that's not enough to convince you all that I'm a super duper good pick for your teams, then let me talk about my family and my heritage. Have any of you heard the legendary Sanguinanger Knights? They are totally the most elite unit for sharpers in the entire empire. There's nobody who can stop to their eagle eyes. And looking at the daughter of their current leader, who has slated to become their next captain before her name was thrown for this totally amazing event. But before you dismiss it as a hereditary thing, know that my skills with power are unrivaled. There is nothing that I can hit. Except for Bubbles. He's my most adorable kitty. You should see him when he rolls over his back and shows his love and pay as payment for his riches. He's so cute!
Okay, but this is nice. We've got someone who's going to be a fast pick.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot to add one thing.
Go right on ahead. I'll throw a few questions out and we'll have a nice solid pitch.
If any of you boring basic useless wastes of oxygen try to recruit me instead of Aku, I'm going to murder you in your sleep or awake. It really depends on the mood I'm in.
The silence. Okay, the silence that falls on the room is deafening. I guess the other girls haven't had any chance to meet my dear, sweet, lovely Azai before Cyril and I are the only people not caught off guard.
Okay, gonna go straight to question on everyone's mind. Why?
I kind of just said it, but I'll say it again. I've met plenty of girls and guys over the years who act like they're big and important, but they're really just disappointments waiting to happen. But I know who the protagonist is, so I know where all the fun and excitement is going to be. That's the place for me. Nowhere else. I'll just have to make my own fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to compromise. I'll also go with tall, dark, and brooding next to her, but the other one is super into it. She's not really as cute as fun to this.
Hey, me? Azai gives her a playful wink I hope is lost on the roll.
You do know that if I don't pick you, no other girl would dare the risk of bringing you on.
I don't care if I die. It's better to die entertained than to live a dull-like. Besides, Aku wants to win this game as much as the others, and she knows having someone like me, who is just the best at everything, gives her much better odds. See? She still knows! I'm right and just trying to save face from admitting it. It's so cute! You wouldn't really kill your teammates if someone else took you, would you? Oh wow, I guess I wasn't specific enough. Okay, I'll spell it out as best as I can. I would wait until you were asleep or lowered your guard even the slightest. Then I'd pin you to the bed or something sturdy enough to not break. I think I'd leave your mouth and mouth so I could hear those sweet screams for help. I'd then take my knife and make a few cuts. Nothing to scare you, beautiful face too badly, but...
Okay. I know I'm running a dev game where protecting is the main team, but I'm not going to sit here and let you get yourself off imagining how you're going to see someone.
I was just getting excited.
Right, well, we're likely to be unbiased, but I honestly hope nobody takes a psychopath like you.
But I keep things interesting.
She seems eager.
Springer!
That's all time I have for this. Thank you, Isaiah.
Thanks for considering me and or your untimely demise.
Wind in the crowd. I mean, I guess someone else, if someone else would pick her, it would need to be literally a person of her caliber. Also someone who is I want things to be interesting, entertaining, and so on. Anis hangs over the room ever since I had departed. I think most of them, they just assumed that whoever they picked would be just as interested in teamwork as them. But I knew better. Even if this wasn't a storybook where conflict is obviously going to be a huge issue, these girls are being brought in from every corner of a far-flung empire. Cultural issues were the minimum we face. Sprinkled up of neon hair, psychopaths, and you're just in for a great old time. But I'll get through it. This is the craziest thing I've seen in all my time as a mage.
Next up, Filerish. Come on down!
Junior Lieutenant Filerish of the Imperial Army reporting for duty. I look forward to working with you all.
Junior Lieutenant.
Yes, Mr. Chief, sir. I've been part of an officer training corps for the Imperial Army since I was 12. My father wanted a child who could carry on in his footsteps.
Your father...
Your father is a military officer?
A general, I think.
And in real life?
I don't know. I'm stupidly young, so they have me training with a unit that specializes in augmenting local security forces. I'm trained in hand-to-hand combat, and I've got plenty of experience throwing around monsters and men twice my size. My instructors say that I have a lot more to learn in discipline, but I'll do whatever it takes to protect my team. We'll live or die together. I do like to talk a bit about my favorite trading card game, Banchu Punch. I've got a massive collection of cards back home, but not here. But you know, a lot of the other card games as well. My big sister and I used to play all the time after the evening power went out. We'd sneak out candles and play until the light came back.
Yeah. Your big sister is here today, isn't she? She's right up there on the panel.
She's indeed. Hi, Lirael. How are you doing? This chair is still too short for me, so I've been better. That's big says for you. Always unflappable even the harshest winds.
Little sticks out her arms, nearly smacking me and the black-haired girl on the other side, and begins to flap them half-heartedly.
You love your older sister, don't you?
With all my heart.
And if one of those other girls decides that you belong on their team before she gets to pick you, what are you going to do?
I've agreed to make sure that if a year gets through this, I promised Laurel that I would do it, and there is no doubt in mind that I will do everything to fulfill that promise to her. But I wasn't exactly expecting Laurel's younger sister to be competent. Maybe the other girls are willingly to see that those two are happiest together. Maybe they pass on Ufaye because she might help Laurel instead of them. I wouldn't count on everyone drafting with their hearts full.
Faye, do you mind if I call you Faye? I mean Faye.
Well, my friends call me Faye, so I don't mind.
Faye, if one of those other girls pick you instead of your sister, could you stay loyal to your team, or would you be secretly working against them?
Oh, I'm a junior lieutenant who has sworn loyalty to the Queen and the land. My word is my mouth. I swear to whoever takes it, I will give everything, up to and including my life, for us to succeed.
And if that brings you against your sister?
Then I will pray to God that I will find a way to see us all through.
If only you knew that world's God was before you and he was fresh out of mercy.
Then I wish you the best of fortune. Hope someone chooses such an outstanding woman. Good luck to your lieutenant.
Thank you for the time.
We're taking her. I knew there was something about her design that was the best, made her the best. Next up on the list.
Oh, that's a name that I was excited to see on here. Well, I think I won't have to introduce them. For most of you, anyway.
He gives me a smarmy grin that makes me want to punch his smuggled face until there is nothing left. With a little bow and a dramatic wave of his hand, he moves for someone outside the door to come in. A bubble of dread is beginning to form in my gut at this sudden change of procedure. I wonder who he's going to bring in. I can see it being the former queen's illegitimate daughter, an elegant woman with long, flowing hair and an air of nobility that humbles the common man. What I was expecting was a darker-skinned girl with hair as wavy as the ocean and eyes the color of ripe grapes to step in with hesitant steps. From the immediate bursts of murmurs, people recognize her, but I have no memories of this girl. He wants something to be a surprise. Unfortunately for him, I'm far more alert and observant. Not the best of hearing, but you don't need to have the hearing of an owl when you can easily see the concern of and fear dripping off of them.
Good afternoon. My name is Meira Flinhart. I'm 17 and I come from the city of Briarl on the southern coast of Tipla. I lived there until I was about 13.
Until I became demonic serial killer?
Until she became what?
My parents were fishers, with our own little boat called the...
Your parents were fishers until monster in sheep's clothing. They called their daughter, sacrificed them to open up a hell's bowl gate?
I used to help spearfish during the fall when the...
You can hide who you are. You and your cult of the chained mouth are the despicable monsters who swam with all the hellspawn that destroyed my home.
I've always wanted to make the world a better place, and if our team makes it,
I gotta give her some credit. She's clearly got universal enemies on this panel, but Mira is trying her best to pitch herself. Not that she has any friends up here. A single glance down the line shows the utter disdain towards this girl. I don't know these cultists or what hellspawn are, thanks to Chief leaving out some basic memories, but I can kind of put it together. The only person who seems to even be remotely considering her is Lyriel, one cultist to another, I guess.
Maybe here would take the bloodlet. Devil herself on the team. We never let you destroy any more lives. Why haven't they executed you yet?
Right. I'm just going to skip on ahead to keep on time. Mira, I have a couple questions for you. Think you can answer them?
She gives a little apprehensive nod.
Yesterday was supposed to be the day of your execution, wasn't it? They were going to make a big show of it after the name drawing. People came from all over the Empire to see you beheaded.
God gave me a second chance to make amends for my actions when my name was pulled that day.
Sabriel almost lunges over the table to attack her, and it is only by the grace of fast reactions that the other girls keep her back.
A worshiper of monsters like husband will never get the trace of God. You are nothing more than a heretic. I look forward to sending you eternally to dark masters in my father's place.
I mean, to be fair, who said the God is not the first part of your sentence here as well? You know, a hellspawn and so on. You never know that.
Then try your best. I've been training with a spear since I was half the weapon's size. I've killed skilled guardsmen and cultists alike without a single scratch. Your righteous zeal will only carry you to death, while the burdens I bear will carry those who take me to the crown. I might be a monster whose hands are stained with blood, but you all will be no different from me soon enough. Please give me a chance to fix the mistakes I've made in this world and put that cult to the blade. Then, and only then, I can accept my death in peace.
Thank you, Mira.
Those eyes.
When do you recommend her?
Those eyes have seen great darkness, and that stance shows a warrior who has seen much danger. Mera would be a strong boon for any team. We should pick her quickly before others do.
A boon, but a better than like. Look at them. If either of us take her, we'll be labeled hellspawn worshippers, whatever the hell that means. Her experiences would sink us quickly.
A lion does not concern itself with the bleating of sheep.
Maybe.
Probably because it does not understand sheep. I wonder if the lion would require a translator if it did have to listen to sheep.
Sanka leaned back in the chair. A talented blade, and one who knows how to get their hands dirty, but one that carries so much baggage with her. Lyriel clearly wants her, but do I? Yeah, I want all of them.
We're just coming through this, aren't we? Don't worry, we're almost at the lunch break. Just hold together for a little longer.
Lunch, a peaceful respite from all these meetings that I'm starting to care less and less about. Most of these girls say the same thing over and over again. I need something new.
You're doodling again.
Taking notes.
Oh, that one looks like a cat.
The last girl was very cat-like.
Did she have whiskers?
Are you ready?
I glance up from my notebook, notice there are 20 people staring straight at me.
Oh, yeah, please. Go ahead.
I'm glad you approved. Please come in, Miss Lacroix.
Okay, I'm not really sure what to expect from someone with the name Lacroix. It sounds like the last name of a person whose personality is as flavorful as water that once imagined really hard what a lemon tasted like. Sounds French, don't like it. But I get another break from boring doodles that have been coming in. A dark-skinned woman with an eye of blue as cold as ice, and one with burning coals strides into the room.
Saphina Lacroix, age 19, height 1.828. 9 meters tall from the base of the foot to above the base of my head. I'm trained to optimize all team-based activities, and access to a level is within a 7.963 utilization factor.
What?
Heh, to put it more simplistic terms, it means that I'm the most talented person who's going to walk through the doors. I've got the numbers and research data to prove it.
Oh, well, I'm sure the guys would like to see what you had that could prove that.
Then you will be glad to know that I've got the theories and scientific breakdowns for even the most dense of numbskulls. Do you mind if I grab my props and handouts?
Wait, you're what?
Rolling back in with a chalkboard and stack of papers, I'm immediately terrified to discover that this woman does in fact have props and handouts.
Wait, no, wait. We took all personal possessions when you were all brought to the capital. You wouldn't have any research data.
I wouldn't if I were a simple-minded game master who was able to memorize virtually everything I've ever seen. I simply duplicated it all.
Where did you even find the paper?
I wouldn't be much of a prodigy with a 7.9363 utilization factor if I couldn't have arranged this.
Okay, I just...
Excuse me, I'm going to brief now. Please sit down. Excuse me, I am briefing.
Sorry, Mom. Wait, no. We don't have time for something this grandiose.
You're about to give them a 30-minute break for lunch. You're lucky to give them that time to mull things over so they would not be overloaded. But Captain, I'm surprised to seem more dominant.
Yeah.
We'll be using that time in order to go over the finer points of my data about myself and help my valuable member of the team.
But...
Sit down.
Yes, Mom.
For the goodness sake, man, show some backbone. You run this, both the world and the event. Don't act like the rest of the sheep here. Thankfully, the servants come in with platters of succulent-looking chopped meats and vegetables, and an assortment of warm, fresh breads following behind them.
I'm going to make myself a sandwich.
Excuse me?
Excuse me.
We all look up to see that the same harsh stare that was brought out against Chief brought against those of us who wish to enjoy our meals.
There will be no eating during my lesson. You can save filling your distracted gallets until after I have finished. Right. So this is the theorem of competitive and supportive capitalism of Someone like Rua in the Queen's Game alternative for the team-based amendments to the rules.
A loud crunching snaps me out of the loot I was so fortunately allowing myself to fall into.
This report was written by... Excuse me. What are you doing? I said that there is no eating during my lesson.
I heard you.
So what are you doing? Eating a sandwich. Have you never seen someone eat one? Of course I have. Do you understand how disrespectful you are being to me right now? I'm paying attention. Please continue. This report was written by... Could you please put that thing down? I could, but I'm hungry, so I won't.
Lyra lifts it back to her mouth, unblinking eyes staring at the harpy trying to intimidate her.
I can't work under these conditions here. Just take the handouts.
In a surprising hissy fit, Sophona slams the sack papers down the desk before storming out without waiting to get a response or even permission to leave. I kind of understand her. Even though, well, she would take much more time. You know, she kind of forced her way in, and her way out was also forced by another power, but... I understand why you would want to stop when someone is interrupting you. Like, I'm the same way, sort of. Someone asks me about something, and, you know... For example, they start eating. Oh, for heaven's sake, go away. Anyway. Not that anyone here is going to stop her.
Miss Agriette, you are my hero. Everyone take an hour break. Relax, take a lot of and clear your minds. I'll find time for the extended break.
Did I do something?
You did. Never change, Royal. Never change.
Ah, wet bread was apparently a correct choice.
It sure was.
Wind in the crown.
Hello! Okay, not gonna lie, I totally expected all the introductions to be finished by now, but... No, we are still going!
We weren't quite done with the break hour, but I'm not going to tell someone who is so eager to meet you all. I mean, she's seriously been bouncing at the door for the last 15 minutes. Literally bouncing up and down the door for nearly an hour.
I mean, you probably didn't complain as well.
I'm just excited to make some new friends today. This is such a good opportunity. How could I not be waiting with bated breath? That's why I had a bunch of sweets in my mouth. The best bait of all is something super sweet. They gave me the super sweet chocolate when I asked them. It was so amazing. It was really while not being overly bitter and not like me for. I've always been told that I'm so sweet. A good order has to be sweet. Bitterness just makes people sad.
No, it doesn't. I like bitter, like, sweets. Maybe it is the lingering remains of Professor Sophona's seriousness, but the overwhelming blast of energy and excitement is a welcome change. Yeah? Especially also in this situation. It's hard to remember that for these girls there is more than just survival on the line. They've got a chance to be the future ruler of their lands. It's not all bad, even if they don't survive the journey. There's still a chance of a lifetime to experience all sorts of things they'd never get to do. Now that it isn't an arena game anymore, the upside of she's trying to break me and my confidence is a boon for girls like her. Watching her so enthusiastically bounce up with such a cheery smile reminds me that the ability to be optimistic and and inspire that in others might just be the talent that gets us through the darkest hour. Last night reminded me of just how important having someone who supports you can be.
Well, I haven't even got to introduce myself. My name is Eric Olson, youngest scion of the Stordium and Sardilism Company. I know the name.
Enlighten me.
My family buys weapons from them. Though my father always complains they take him for every coin. They're one of the most prominent merchant families in their empire. Her family has literally more money than I have seen in either life.
Okay, that is an advantage that could easily make a difference depending what sort of challenge Chief thinks out for us. You have something on the mind, don't you?
Do you think that smile will bright when you dull it with craving for things that are not hers to give? Look at the others, they're thinking the same way you are. But look at her. She's trying to keep a smile on her face, but their words are sore to the chocolate she wants to give.
I've been practicing with the merchandise forever and ever. I used to dance with the lighter weapons to demonstrate them to our customers. Would anyone like to see? Wrong voice, but I'm not reading this again. She looks so eagerly at the girls in front of her, but they don't give her the time of the day. Dreams of being able to get top-notch weapons and easy living with that much money cloud their vision. The warm smile is slowly hollowing out with each moment that passes. How often must she hear these words? In a land of poverty, her family's fortunes draw more eyes than the girl who carries the pocketbook. If she even does, it doesn't strike me as the time that they just hand over any kind of money to use. When I think of cutthroat merchants giving pocket change to their bubbly youngest daughter, it doesn't jump out at me. I'd like to see you dance.
Hey!
And I'm sure you will, but we don't have any scimitars or time for you to dance today.
Oh, that's too bad. Don't worry. Even if we don't end up working together, I'll make sure to get you get to see me dance. I mean, fuck, voice again. I look forward to it. Almost skipping Eri darts back out of the room with a huge smile on her face.
Normally I would have done more questioning, but I think you all got what you needed from her.
No.
I'll get you some chocolate.
Thank you.
Heh. I would like some chocolates now. Actually, you know what? I might. We are still going.
Next up is, from one extreme to another, Sienna, you're up.
I knew she was going to show up at some point, a lone wolf thief herself being forced to try and pitch herself. Behind those big green-tinted glasses, I see a girl so far outside of her element that I'm surprised she doesn't just immediately slink out of the room. Not that Chief would ever let her do such a thing. He thrives on that discomfort.
May I start?
By all means.
My name is Sienna Ravanna.
And
That's all I have to share.
not the other one. Miss Vanna, you need to give these people something to work with if you don't want to die before the game eventually starts. Nothing, huh? Just don't play along, huh? How about we talk about your family? I've got your records right here and it says that you're an orphan after a tragic storm killed your parents. But the names aren't the only ones mentioned in the record. How about we talk about...
Fine, I'll play your stupid game.
Excellent, I'm sure you'd rather control information coming out than let me do so.
My name is Sienna Ravanna. I used to attend the Elderworld School of Academic Excellence before the Hurricane of 73. Our house was on the shoreline and we didn't evacuate when we could have. I survived by the virtue of being at school at the time. Unfortunately, my father preferred keeping his wealth close by, and the storm took all away from me as well. I couldn't pay for my education anymore and was forced to live on the streets begging for every alm and I got. Is it enough? Are you satisfied?
Such spunk, yes, I think that will do for now. But there is one thing that makes survival all the more impressive. Would you like me to say it for you?
You just want me to die here.
I'm a neutral arbitrator of this game.
Bullshit! You like making people squirm and break.
I'm blind. Not completely blind, I can still make out shapes close up, but I think that isn't right up in my face is too dark and blurry to make out.
Sounds like might be a dangerous recruit for a team if you can't see trouble coming and have to be coerced into cooperating.
No, not necessarily. I mean, that means probably her other senses are heightened. Just saying. It is why she wanted me to tell her stories of a world she could not literally see. Did she expect the danger she would soon be in? But she was so confident that she'd win. Even now, even with while that bastard harassed her, Sienna seems to still have the confidence she showed yesterday.
I'm a survivor, I will see the end.
Perhaps, thank you for sharing so much with us.
Oi, you hung out with her a lot last night. Opinions?
I believe she was lying about her vision.
She did seem to be more agile than someone who can only see shapes running from their face would be. Think she's running a con.
Indeed, Sienna Nirvana is completely and utterly blind.
Okay, not what I was thinking we're going with that.
I noticed it again today. Last night I thought it was just a spiced fish, but I made sure not to eat anything with such tongue. Aku, Sienna has some sort of form magic. It was strong, earthy.
Magic? Are you sure? What?
I am not as confident as I should be, but it felt like I was back in our world for a moment.
Another woman pulled in from our world perhaps, but wouldn't she have lost her magic as well?
I'm unsure.
Sounds like Sienna is hiding a lot more secrets behind that stone wall. We're going to have to bust them out if we're going to survive with or against her. That would be nuts. After such a strong showing around the lunch hour, I lowered my hopes to get up that there would be more fascinating characters to choose from. In reality, the most interesting person for the last 2 hours was a girl who thought she could be exempt from any sort of aggressive activities because she had the doctor's note. Could you imagine if that was all you needed to do to get out of this?
Sorry, but my doctor says I get shin splints when I run, so I should be forced to fly to the death.
I've got a feeling that if some trap or attacker managed to take one of my legs, they'd expect me to tie a tourniquet and hop my way to victory. My hands twinges at the morbid thought. I can still see the bloody mess that the golem had left me in that day. My magic gone, the warm blood pulling around me as Literal begged me to take her heart to save my fleeting life. Never again!
Are you okay?
Think I could get an excusal for previously suffered trauma?
Maybe?
I'm joking, we have to see this through to the end.
Next up!
Are we not done yet? We are not done yet. Who's that?
Good afternoon, it's a pleasure to meet you all. My name is Rikshori Bao. I'm a handmaiden in the Imperial Palace and it has been my duty to the last queen until her untimely death.
Do you have something to do with that?
You're the one who found her body after she fell down the flight of stairs and broke her neck, correct?
That is the official story. Many in the court believe that she could not handle the trauma she experienced as a contestant of these games and sought to accelerate her succession.
Before anyone starts thinking the Kriegsori secretly assassinated a queen and assumed the throne, let it be known that the court cleared her of all wrongdoing.
And they were wrong. I killed that bitch with my own 2 hands.
What?
I'm untouchable now, so y'all can be the first to know the juicy court secret. Not that it matters much, all but one of you will be dead soon and hopefully most be by my hand. It was so disappointing that I have to leave survivors for all these rule changes, but you can get everything you want.
Wow, RNG is really just bringing out all the crazies in the Empire today. How did I get so lucky?
Oh, I got you and wear your guards as guarders if I didn't think there was a rule explicitly stating that attacking the game master is grounds for immediate execution.
Right. I'm glad you followed the rules at least.
I don't give a single old rotten donkey turd about your rules. I just want to cause as much suffering, as much agony into this world as I can before I die. Well, any of us even dream of taking in our ranks. You're just as likely to kill us as you are as the others. Oh, you're the White Knight Paladin of the teams. I was wondering who it'd be. But you know what's wrong with little Miss Goody Good over there? When things get tough, when the blood really gets flowing, she will hesitate. She'll want to try and find a peaceful way to resolve things. And that's what ends the fun, because everyone you take, everyone you are going to go up against are nothing more than animals trying to survive. Morals are for people with safety. Not me. I won't hesitate. I'll kill. I'll break my opponent's neck just as I broke wee Queen Cassis. If you want to win and you don't care how brutal or gory your path or rulership is, then you want me. And when we're in charge of this godforsaken land, we make sure that there is never a duel of peace ever again. Power and blood. That's what promise whoever has the bravery to accept the demons inside them and take me. You're more monster than a bloodlet demon. Hey, an amateur. Good luck with your decision.
Kids these days. All weirdos and murderers. Let's just keep moving right along. Someone around here has to be both talented and sane.
I mean, our friend's sister, I guess. Ooh.
So...
Go on. You only have 2 minutes and you've spent the first minute just staring at us all. I recommend at least giving your name.
I'm trying to decide if I should.
It's getting late in the day. I'm getting tired of listening to direction after direction, and I'm starting to realize that I just don't care anymore. If you don't have anything to say, you can just be like that Sienna girl and walk out.
But she gave some information.
Seriously, I do not care. You're the one who dies if you don't get picked. My games will continue without any hindrance.
I mean, dude, you are literally the one who told we have this meeting, so that kind of does make sense what you're saying. Whatever.
And you're still thinking about it despite me saying that.
I'm just remembering the advice my mom gave me. Never, ever, ever tell the authorities anything about you if you feel you can trust them. I know my rights.
What rights? The guards can beat you senseless. Your mother knows you last queen was strong believer in corporal punishment, right?
Exactly. My rights to not talk.
That's no. Free kid. Sure, you got the right to not talk. I pray that you also have the ability to do so.
But I still think you are all the types that I can trust.
Unless the person can trust the least here, because I'm running games that will result in the deaths of everyone in this room. What one person knows, they might die as well, actually.
Yeah, that's my friends say those kinds of things all the time.
What kind of friends do you have?
The best. They will spy from me. Okay, I think it is fine. I will tell you who I am. My name is Poppy Baroni, alchemist extraordinaire. If you can think it up, I know how to make it. Everything from the highest potency painkillers to the most adorable painted rocks. So does you only want to buy a Karsh? As for this stuff, we'll send you a one-way trip to the cosmos in seconds.
Are you trying to sell narcotics in the middle of... Why? Just why? You could be hung without trial, just for being found in possession of Karsh.
I'm not just in possession of Karsh. I made this stuff myself.
That doesn't make it any better.
It really does. The best stuff you'll find anywhere in the Empire. That's a Poppy promise.
I really feel like I should step in and try to help. I really do. Go, Chief. We believe in you.
We took everything away from you when you were brought here. How did you manage to smuggle enough Karsh in the compound to have product to sell?
I didn't smuggle in Karsh in.
Dude, she said she's an alchemist. What is wrong with you?
You can just make it out of materials I stole from the party last night. It's the mind rock that I had to smuggle in past the guards. I recommended without my tools, and Mom said that it would sell really well here. It gives you amazing focus, which could mean the difference between life and death.
You have mind rock. No. Not only is that one of the most legal substances in the Empire, but one of the most dangerous to make.
On the best when you buy from Poppy, so...
Stop trying to push your pills.
Okay, and more than just pills. Since you must have a hard time swallowing them, do you prefer oral ingestion or something you can inject directly into your body? I refer a suppository, but you seem to be a rock bat.
Do you mean to call me Hordos?
Oh yeah, that's the term.
Thank you very much, puppy. You will be considered. Please wait out in the waiting area until they've made their decision.
Hey? But I haven't gotten to make a sale yet and I just got everyone's attention.
You were supposed to be selling yourself, not drugs.
Ew, I'm not in that industry. You're a very dirty man, Mr. Chief.
Out. Just get out.
Bleh. Well, you all know where to find me if you need the good stuff.
She's so lucky I can arrest her for crimes committed during the Queen's game.
An alchemist. Not the wisest of minds, but if there is any truth to their claims, I might have uses for her. Dude, if the game thinks that I will remember any of those characters, it's mistaken. Because I will not. So, it better just gives me the team and not make me choose.
We're almost done. How does everyone feel? Do you all have your favorite picked out? The ones you'd rather burn in fire? I hope you aren't committed yet because we have one more person.
Oh my god.
GoldenEye. I know who the last person is. At least I hope that I know who the last person is and Chief isn't trying to screw with my head further. I can just see him doing that. He tells me that there is one less person. It isn't Ahm-e and makes me panic. Then after I've gone through a million bad scenarios in my mind, he goes,
oh, I forgot one person.
I'm on to your little mind games, Chief. You're not going to fool Aku Hobson so easily.
Good evening. Thank you for giving the time to hear from me.
Where is the game? Why isn't he trying to use her to screw with me? Maybe that is the game. Make me think that is a game so I get paranoid. I'm not on to your little mind games, Chief. Honestly, he's just playing with you by making you think that, but well.
Being the focus is overwhelming. Would you mind just asking me some questions about myself and I'll answer them?
It has worked for a few or the less socially apt girls, so I'm all for it. Everyone deserves an equal chance. Almost everyone. Understand you are short and pretty looking for a girl of your age. Do you think that will be an issue during the games?
I'm not sure. I'm of a dignified poise that allows me to get listed someone of a different size who would find themselves unable to go. I also have hands that are proper size for doing delicate work to include stitching up wounds and making highly delicate tinctures.
Legal ones, I hope.
Yes, sir.
Good, good. Never thought I'd have to confirm that, but today has been weird.
When things start to get dangerous, I always keep a level head. I won't let one die on my watch.
Admirable, if not potentially futile. All you can say that you refuse to lose or give in or surrender, but words are nothing more than empty air if you can't back it up with action.
You understand? Ahm-e is one of the most hard-headed and stubborn people I know.
If she says she's going to something, she's going to find a way. Why are we in the... Dude! Why would you say that? You definitely want her in your team or in your friend's team. Why would you promote her to the others? What is wrong with you? I can't. I can't.
Oi!
Ahm-e, it is a compliment.
Are you stupid? Why would you promote me? Sorry.
You don't need to apologize. Yeah, you need to apologize.
It's proper to apologize.
Let never be said that good manners won't take you for in this life.
Nee.
A proud mindset of a girl who applied to a state hospital to become a doctor.
She did. Why did I know that? Was it a secret held by Chief or by Ahm-e?
I'm grateful that you think so, Game Master.
I'm sure they go as well. Those that can apply proper legal aid in these games will be very useful. Thank you for your time.
But can she survive? Wait, I mean, even if she applied to be a doctor, doesn't mean she will become one. There is still all the studying, practicing. Okay, I don't know how it looks. I know it's tough.
Congratulations, everyone. We're done. No more interviews. No more teenage safe speeches to save their lives.
Finally.
But you know what that means. It's time for your feathers dip of your hands into the jar of blood that will never come off.
Don't worry, it isn't true, Aku.
What is happening right here, right now? I know, just a colorful hyperbole.
No.
Whoa.
No, I meant that. Just dipping your hands into the jar of blood doesn't stain them. We had one in the cove, and since some mages thought that soaking the blood of others made you more attuned to their magic.
Creepy.
We could try it now to see if you get your magic back. I wouldn't mind lending you some of mine.
I would mind. I would.
Ms. Hobson, you will start us off in our choices.
Oh no.
You'll have 1 hour to think up your decision and prepare a few backups. Good luck to you all.
So girls that might make a good members of my team. Azaya, that's the blonde, right? The archer who I fear is as dangerous to me as she is to my enemies. Okay, I will take notes now. Okay, Azaya, blondie, archer. Vukra, okay, Vukra, the boring one. The saddest girl I've ever met that I can only hope has undiscovered abilities. Faye. Lyra's fatal sister who is military. Okay, she's epic. Military trained and looks to be quite the fighter. I want her actually. Sienna. I think she might be good. She's the blind loner thief who may or may not be secretly a mage. And also, let's face it, she's a survivalist. Ahm-e. I don't like her, to be honest. Mech. Friend. The sweet, if emotional healer at my storybook, best friend. Wait, she said she can keep level-headed, but now you say she's emotional. Meira. I don't remember her. The dark cultist who wants to use her bloody talents to try and make a brighter future. Dude, I literally don't remember her. Sophona. I don't remember her as well. The most analytical mind. Analytic. Who would guide me to victory if she doesn't put me to sleep or get frustrated by adversity. Okay. Eri. The Sion who wants to be accepted who she is and not everything her connection can give. Okay. The weapon merchant. Poppy. Drug dealer. The unabashed drug dealer with either a complete lack of ability to read a room or the ability to be oppressed. Rick Sorry. Serial killer. Mate of previous queen or whatever. The insane wannabe serial killer who wants to kill all of our opponents with a disturbing amount of enthusiasm. I can only take 4 of them. Literal will be picking right after me. This choice will stay with me for my entire time here. I need to think this through. If I made the notes for nothing. Episode 1, turning the page, has come to an end. I'm gonna keep these notes because if the game will be like, oh, episode 2, oh, you have forgotten who you were, wanted to choose? Well, we don't care. Dude, this is fate, okay? This is literally the freaking unlimited blade works scene. And I love it. It's a freaking great tune, to be fair. Anywho, as you may or may not know, this game actually has 3 chapters. Given that we completed the first one, tomorrow we will begin the second one. And we will see where this all is going to go. I'm curious. Overall, seems like a great concept for a game. Anywho, let's end it right here, right now. The usual pitch, of course. Like, if you enjoyed the video, like it. That's always helpful. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I would love to have you around, obviously. It's always nice. If you're into stuff like Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, links are provided in the description. What you also can find there is the link to the game, so you can play yourself. Maybe you want to make different choices or something. That's right. For now, hope you will have a wonderful day, and hopefully I will get to see you tomorrow too. Bye bye.